Hello, I have a situation that I have been trying to deal with for the past 3-4 years now, that has become a very serious problem in my life. I have decided I would post this and try to explain what has been taking place and why I feel it is necessary to, for a lack of better words, go public with my appeal for help. I honestly do not know what is the best way for me to achieve my goals, but being targeted because you're vulnerable due to a medical condition makes this very complicated. Even though this is a textbook case of why crimes against someone with disabilities are enhanced or considered aggravated, it's still far too easy to scam everyone involved. These laws are intended to protect us all from the effects of these crimes, but this is not a perfect world. The crimes being committed against me have more than one intended victim because this also affects the authorities' ability to enforce the laws. What I am trying to point out is the nature of this type of crime. Because the police are being basically lied to, this is actually intended to make them the second victim of this type of crime, or should I say, scam. I call this playing the crazy card. Well, they can call me crazy if they want to, but at least I'm not stupid, and this ain't no game. This is my life they're playing with, and it is a very serious crime they are committing. Because of the way I have been treated up to this point, I do not know who I can and who I can trust. Another aspect to this problem, other than to simply recoup all my personal losses and receive justice, is that I believe there are other residents of Surfside who are victims of these same perpetrators and their same illegal online activity and physical harassment. This makes me feel that I have a moral obligation to do all that I can do to expose the activity and those who are responsible. I am not a computer expert, nor do I have the authority to investigate this matter on my own, not to mention that when I tried to report these crimes to the Surfside police in the past, I was told point blank that I would be arrested if I were to attempt to question or make accusations towards the people who I suspected were involved in this ongoing illegal enterprise. This left me to do the only thing that was considered acceptable and appropriate, and that is to write letters and file complaints with the people or agencies I feel may have an interest or be able to offer me assistance or help in any way. I have done just that, and have kept a record of all the correspondence between myself and those agencies that will show my effort over the past 3.5 years to find help. In fact, one of the agencies I filed a complaint with was the Americans with Disabilities Act. I filed this complaint to express my belief that this is a form of discrimination against me over my disability. Because my PC as well as all of my email accounts have been compromised, this makes the perpetrators of these local crimes well aware of my efforts to find help, as well as my need to expose their illegal activities if I ever want to stop this harassment and bullying. This effort to get help on my part motivated them to harass and abuse me even more, even though there is a law federal against retaliation for filing this very complaint. This leads me to believe even more strongly that they have much more at stake than being caught simply abusing and harassing me, little old me. But again, I want and need to say again that this is just my personal opinion. The perpetrators continually hack my mail accounts, and they do things like filter and block my incoming and my outgoing mail, possibly to prevent me from communicating with other people who may be experiencing the same thing or who agree with me and sympathize with me. They also seem to have a need to prevent me from finding a companion, as this obviously contributes to my clinical depression and makes it less likely that my condition would improve. I believe they do this because this is a form of control and somehow makes them feel they are powerful, but they're just picking on a vulnerable adult. Still, this may seem pathetic, but this isolation actually does improve their ability to control me. These are all well-known tactics used by some hackers who actually call their victims slaves. Yes, I am well aware that this all seems kind of far-fetched, but I am also aware that this is what these criminals want other people to believe. However, this activity is taking place more and more every day all over the USA. In fact, all a person has to do is run a search for this activity on Google, or search for the hacking tools to accomplish this on YouTube or any other popular internet search sites, and you will find the software is readily available to anyone and everyone who wants it. It's all over the internet. But if you still do not believe what I am telling you, let's just ask a computer expert, or better yet, let's ask a FBI computer forensics agent if what I am explaining is possible. These people are trustworthy. After all, when I was called crazy for reporting this 3.5 years ago, you can bet an expert was consulted and I was even held against my will. This expert is also called a psychiatrist. These predators are able to view and record me in my own home, access and alter all my email accounts and other online accounts. They can do things that the average resident of Surfside would think only happens in the movies. You would hope only someone authorized to perform surveillance or someone qualified acquires a warrant to carry out does it. Little do we know who's up to this no good activity. Who knows? It could be our next door neighbor or some other pervert down the street who's able to watch your wife or daughter dressing or any of us having intimate relations with our wife. No, sir. This is no game, and this is why I feel I must go public with what I have learned over the past 3.5 years. I wish that I was wrong about this, and I certainly wish this never happened to me, but it did, and I am not wrong. This entire time, because I tried to report these crimes, I have been seen as the bad guy, but I will have you all know that all I have to show for all this is loss, pain and loneliness. That is all I have to show from the entire 3-4 years of this harassment, bullying and abuse. I have never once claimed to be an angel. I admit that if anything, I am far from perfect. Until this all started, I had never had problems like this, not even similar to this in my life, not until I tried to report these people and expose their illegal activity. Anyway, somehow they are still able to run this scam on all of us. The effects from their harassment and abuse are causing me severe personal problems, and I need help to make this abuse go away and stop. I will continue to reach out for help until I find someone interested. I will do anything I have to find the help I need, just as long as it is not illegal. I have a right to seek happiness, and I have a right to feel safe in my own home. Just because I am a little different, I do not deserve to be treated this way, period. Gary J. Dean 2